What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Tonight we're going to be talking about how the Dark Hunters may be a gear trap for the upcoming Darkhold team and why you guys should be preparing accordingly for this upcoming Darkhold team. We're going to talk about that, what the intentions are with the Darkhold team, and why that team probably should be a higher priority versus something like Dark Hunter and maybe some other Mystic teams out there. We're going to break that all down in tonight's video. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And let's just dive right into it. So this team, this Darkhold team, it's going to revolve around Morgan Le Fay, the upcoming legendary character through this Scourge event, which is going to require both Dark Hunters or Web Warriors. We're still not sure. It's either going to be one or the other. I don't think you have to gear up both of them, but this Scourge event is going to unlock Morgan, and this Darkhold team is going to revolve around Morgan, a Heartless, Doctor Strange, Wong, Scarlet Witch, and some upcoming character we don't have revealed yet. Probably be an Envoy embargo reveal, but I imagine it's probably going to be Agatha. There's rumors going out of Blade, but I will personally riot and burn down everything. I'll burn down the entire world if Blade is thrown onto the Darkhold team. But yeah, we'll see what happens with it. Maybe they will just give us Blade and give us the 5th on the Dark Hunters team instead. Who knows? But this is going to be your arena team, or at least your new arena meta, and that is very important because arenas is that's your primary place of getting power cores. You need power cores in this game for your energy refreshes, any kind of supply refreshes, or any refreshes in general. You spend power cores on, and every now and then they have good offers for power cores. Very rarely, I mean, there's not very often, but power cores are very much your premium currency. So you need to be building up those power cores, and that means building up arena characters. So right now we have a meta of what is basically the 2 Eternals and a couple other characters, and you know, they're Mystic characters. Now we have a new arena coming in, or new arena meta coming in, which is going to be Darkhold, which is likely going to be 5 Mystic characters. There's at least 4 Mystic characters on this team right now. Scarlet Witch, Morgan, Heartless, Strange, and Wong are all basically going to be Mystic characters, and it's a safe bet that the 5th character is going to be a Mystic character as well. But this team is going to dominate, and on paper they look like to be a strong counter to your Eternals. Eternals get a lot of like offense up, defense up, a lot of stealing death proofs and giving themselves a lot of buffs. So, you know, this team here is built around flipping and stealing those buffs and just doing a lot of piercing damage. So, yeah, I mean, this team's going to basically wreck Eternals once you have them built up. So you have to keep that in mind as you're going into this. But the problem is in that we've got a lot of Mystic characters right now. Number one, both Eternals, Cersei and Icarus, are both Mystic characters. And, you know, it's a lot of gear you sunk into those 2 characters. I mean, I'm slowly using them at tier 16 because I'm going to be using them in Dark Dimension. But your entire Dark Hunters team is also Mystic gear. And this was a little bit of a, maybe you fell into the trap, maybe you're not. But also, if you're going into war, like, this is very much a team to have. But if you're not like top end game, you're probably do okay with them at 14 or 15. Now, I'm using Morbius for City because I like to make bad choices. I've got Voodoo for global DD5, so I'm using both these characters in DD5. I want to see how they're gonna end up. I'm feeling pretty good about Dr. Voodoo. We'll see how Morbius works out. I've seen how bad those city nodes can get. So, you know, the thing is, like, if you're a war-focused alliance, you've got to build up these characters. Like, this is a strong counter to Heroes for Hire, so you got to have them there. Very good counter to some other teams. Like, I've got footage of doing like 200, 300k punch-ups with this team against some other pretty strong war defense teams. And I'll probably publish that at some point, but I mean, this team is a must-have for war. So if you're focused on war, you kind of have to build up this team. And you know, something else we've seen recently, and this was a discussion with the Nowhere Heist, if I can find that tag. The Nowhere Heist, you have a lot of characters on this team. Like, you have 3 tech characters here. Star-Lord, Rocket, and Dr. Octopus are all tech characters. But 2 of these characters are very, very bad. They're garbage. They're trash. They're just not good. And the thought was, like, you know, we're going to get this Nowhere Heist, people are going to build them up, and then, like, around the corner, they're going to reveal the tech raid team. So, you know, all the gear you're dumping in Star-Lord and Rocket Raccoon was probably tech gear you're going to need to save up for other characters. We haven't seen the tech raid team drop yet, but, you know, that's kind of the same thought here. So, you know, this is where you have to be careful about investing in this team. You got to be mindful of where your Mystic gear is at right now. So, like, for me right now, like, I'm pretty good on Mystic gear as a whole. This should hold me through Darkhold, and, you know, allow me to keep going, but this is where you do want to go into MSF.gg and kind of, like, take a look at some of your characters and see, you know, what are they going to need to build up. Like, we're looking at Morbius right now. So, like, get an idea of how much of this orange gear you're going to need for gearing up these characters. Because at the very least for Arena, you will need them at 14. At the least. You're probably better off taking them up to 15 because this team is you're gonna need some power on them. So, you know, this is something where you've got to be mindful of these catalysts, these T14 and T15 uniques, where you're going to be on these orange catalysts, your orange origin gear. This is something you need to plan for ahead because I have a feeling that this team is going to dominate. Now, of course, this does go back to a question on how exactly Morgan Le Fay is going to be unlocked. They said that at least difficulty 5 should unlock Morgan. We don't quite know what that means. They said that the rewards haven't been finalized, so I can't really discuss it. But if what they're going forward with is realized, like if what they've told us is true, players will be very happy with what we get with Morgan's release method, and we'll see how that all holds out. But you know, even without Morgan, I do feel like this team is probably going to be pretty strong in terms of being able to counter your Eternals. I mean, already with just on Evil Strange, you know, flipping positive effects and negative effects on his basic with unblockable. His special, you know, attacks the target, applies slow, reduces speed bar by 25%. His ultimate deals a lot of damage for positive effects and negative effects on himself and the primary target. So, I mean, he's going to be dealing a lot of damage. You're probably going to go for Striker on this guy, though. I mean, they do get a lot of crit chance and crit damage as well. And Wong is just whacking people for a lot of piercing damage. I've got to find here, like, his dash strike ability is turn 1, that's a turn 1 use, 200% piercing and attacks 2 additional times for another 200% piercing each. So, you know, ignoring defense up, 600% piercing damage. Even if he's on the lower end of damage here, he's going to get plenty of crit chance and crit damage. So, you know, he's going to hit decently hard with this. His Portal Barrage, his passive where they gain armor, he is attacking when an enemy attacks a Darkhold ally. If he doesn't have ability block, he attacks the enemy 3 times, 50% piercing. Like, he's going to do damage. So, Wong on his own, without Morgan there, Evil Strange, they're both going to be very, very powerful characters. So this is going to be one where if you don't get Morgan at first, you may want to start building up Wong and Strange at the earliest. And we don't know what the rework is for Scarlet Witch, but I imagine that the rework for Scarlet Witch is going to be very powerful, to say the least. I mean, we know how these reworks go. And if they want to make this arena meta, like, I could make some predictions on this, maybe, but I don't really know. Like, I imagine this is going to go way up, like always spreading negative effects or something. This, what is it? This Chaos Wave is already very powerful because, you know, it's already prolonging negative effects on the enemy target. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but maybe they jack up this damage, like 300, 400% piercing. If there could be a lot of piercing damage with this team overall. So, you know, we don't really know what we're going to get with the kit for Scarlet Witch just yet. But I imagine that even without Morgan Le Fay, without her Time Warp ability, without her passives and the speed bar boost here and the bonus max barrier for these characters, I imagine that at least Witch, Evil Strange, and Wong are going to be like the 3 characters you use with your Eternals until you get Morgan. We'll see. And I mean, this is just kind of prediction, but you know, maybe I'm wrong about it, maybe not, but you know, this is going to be a strong arena team, and because power cores are the premium currency, you gotta build up. So really, if you haven't started building up Dark Hunters yet, maybe a good idea to just kind of hold off and wait and see. I mean, for me, I'm kind of trying to build them up to I'm working on like tier 16 on some of them at this point, so, you know, I'm kind of iffy on some of it. My SBCs are a little low, but I can build those up in time over time, so that won't be an issue. Now with buying offers, but you know, the passes and war rewards and everything else, we do get a decent amount of SBCs, and I'm buying them from the raid store all the time. So, you know, I'll at least get my SBC count back up to a respectable amount. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this Darkhold team? Do you guys have any guesses on the 5th? I'm thinking Agatha. Some people are guessing maybe Blade. I hope not. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this Darkhold team? Are you guys going to pursue it? I imagine most people will be. What do you guys think about what we've seen so far in the kits? Any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas, make sure to drop them down below in the comment section as well. As always, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.